What's up, bitches? This is Silent Rob, and I am still laying in bed. So that's why I look disheveled and fucking, all fucking fucked up looking, which is pretty much what I always look like. So I guess I didn't have to really say anything. But I feel like I'm living in the goddamn Twilight Zone. Like, this is like a Twilight Zone episode, and I'm like the only one with any fucking sanity here. So I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I might get shot for saying this in case you guys see a little red dot just all of a sudden show up on my head and just start fucking moving around, okay, and they blow my fucking brains out. I'm gonna say this before that happens, okay? About this Sega Genesis Mini, alright? Fuck the Sega Genesis Mini, okay? How about that? Alright, that? You like the taste of that? That's tasty. Okay, that's a tasty meatball. Okay, you motherfuckers. What's wrong with you bitches? What's going on here with this? Okay, everybody's like, oh my god, it's like a Sega Genesis, but it's mini. Okay, like everybody's flipping the fuck out. Like we haven't had 458 bazillion million bazillion mini fucking Sega Genesis consoles over the years, man. I just took a dump when I woke up a little while ago and fucking 3 or 4 of them bitches dropped out of my ass. They're everywhere. And you might argue, oh yeah, but those are at games and they're not perfect emulation. Okay, well guess what? This new fucking Sega Genesis Mini isn't perfect emulation. It's a system on a chip. It's the same fucking shit. But for some reason, because it's Sega Genesis, people are giving this thing a lot more fucking breaks than they did on any of these other fucking mini systems. I watched like the Digital Foundry or whatever that fucking is, where they're like comparing that shit, just with the Framemeister, with the Framemeister, and it's not perfect. It's not perfect emulation, and the music's not perfect, and nothing's perfect or even remotely right about it, but it's still pretty much the best mini system ever created because the flaps go up and down on the cartridge slot and the volume knob goes up and down. It doesn't do anything, but it goes up and down, so it's gotta be the best, right? Okay. What the fuck is going on here, people? This motherfucker's $80. Okay. I honestly I want it because I have like the rest of the mini systems, but I might have to put my foot down with this one. It's $80 fucking dollars, and you might say, well, that's the same price as the Super Nintendo Classic. Super Nintendo Classic had some fucking amazing games on it, bitches. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Sega Genesis, okay, and this thing has what you could consider amazing games on it. But this thing's also missing some amazing games, okay? A lot of people wanted to shit their fucking pants on the Sega Genesis collection that came out recently on PS4 and stuff like that didn't have Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles, and a lot of other stuff on it, and the emulation's off, and then this comes out, the Sega Genesis Mini, and it doesn't have Sonic 3 or Sonic and Knuckles, and the emulation's off, and the sound timing is off, and there's no 6-button controllers, and you can, I guess, buy them separately, even though they come with the Japanese. What? Okay? Why? Why does it have the 6-button motherfuckers? It has a Street Fighter game on it. Okay? What am I, a fucking caveman gonna play goddamn Street Fighter on the goddamn Sega Genesis Mini with a 3-button pad? Okay, I might as well play it on a fucking Atari controller with 1 button. I'm a grown-ass fucking man here. Nobody's gonna play that. How dare you fucking give us a goddamn fighting game with a 3-button pad, dude? You ever try to play a motherfucking game like that with that? I just want to I just sit there and just puke all over myself, okay? What the fuck? I just spit on my phone here. Let me wipe this off. Okay, we're good now. Everybody's flipping out about, with the Super Nintendo, I understand. The Super Nintendo Classic had a lot of fucking good, Super Mario RPG and, like games that haven't been released at all on the classics, on any kind of collection or anything. We're on this thing. Okay, and then this collection comes out on like PS4 and Switch and everything lately. It has like Streets of Rage 2, Sonic 1, Kid Chameleon, Light Crusader, shit that we've all played a million fucking times. And then this new Sega Genesis Mini comes out, and there's Sonic 2, Sonic 1, Kid Chameleon, Light Crusader, Streets of Rage 2. People, this is the thing with Sega Genesis. Okay, there's been a lot of collections with these games, with like the same fucking games released a lot. Okay, Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection came out on PS3 had like 80% of these games, bitches, and they were done really well. I think M2 did the emulation for that. I can't remember for that collection. That was a really good collection with really good emulation. I mean, the recent one on PS4 and Switch and stuff like that wasn't as good, but it was still acceptable, bitches, okay? Unless you're really getting the Frame Meister out and doing a frame-by-frame fucking comparison, nobody fucking cares, alright? Not that much. Because if you care that much, you're not going to play these games on this fucking thing anyways. You're just going to emulate them. Sega Genesis is like the easiest fucking thing to emulate anyways. My dick can emulate Sega Genesis games, okay? I can play, the controller is my balls. I'm emulating them on my dick, okay? 60 fucking frames a second, okay? It's fine. Sega Genesis is not hard to emulate. You can emulate that shit anywhere. So there's a million different collections and a million different ways to play these games. And sure, there's a couple games thrown in to fucking jerk your dick off a little bit here. Sega Genesis Tetris. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited about that. I'm having a stroke, okay? Oh, man, I wonder what that's going to play like. Is it going to play like Tetris? Probably, okay? Yeah, I'll pass. I'll play that for like one time for 30 seconds. Motherfuckers. Okay, oh, there's Darius on it. Oh, little goody, okay, and Darius. That's my favorite shooter franchise. I don't know about you guys, but I love me some Darius. Mega Man the Wily Wars. Ain't nobody playing Mega Man 1 through 3 on fucking Wily Wars. If I come into the room and you're playing Mega Man 1, 2, or 3 and it's on the Wily Wars, I'm beating some fucking ass, okay? Get the fuck out of here. Those ports were never good in the first place. You know, and then there's Road Rash 2 is like the only one that I'm really like, okay, all right, acceptable, okay? Because for some reason these Road Rash games have always been left off these collections, and Road Rash 2 is the one I would pick. But you guys are giving a free pass to the Sega Genesis because it's Sega, okay? Sega could take a dump in a box, market guaranteed, and you motherfuckers would buy that shit, okay? That's from Tommy Boy, in case you guys didn't know. Or in the comments would be like, what's Rob talking about with the marketing guarantee? There's just a regular guarantee on this. I don't understand why he's talking about the guarantee. Okay, it's from Tommy Boy, motherfuckers. Get with the program. But Sega could literally take a dump in a box, okay, and shape that dump into a vague, like a vision of a fucking Sega Genesis, and you motherfuckers would buy that shit and call it the best mini console because it's Sega. I mean, let's be real here. And you're talking to a Sega fan, okay? So I'm coming out and I'm, I know what you guys are doing because I'm in the cult, okay? You guys have been making me drink the Kool-Aid for years, okay? And I finally took that glass of Kool-Aid and I fucking slammed it down on the fucking ground, okay? And I ain't drinking no more of this motherfucking shit. This Sonic Adventure tasting Kool-Aid. I play these games, okay? Yeah, I might get this thing, but I'm probably not even going to open it. I'm going to get it because I already have the other mini systems that I've somehow accrued over the years here that I never play. I don't play them. They just sit there. My wife will tell you. They sit underneath my TV in the TV stand. I don't play them. If I'm going to play these games, I'm going to play them on my Raspberry Pi because it's convenience. They're all in one place. I feel like people are kind of losing their minds here because it's Sega. And the cartridge slot works, even though you can't put a cartridge slot in it. And the side comes off, where the Sega CD goes. But there's no Sega CD add-on. So it's like, let's play pretend here, okay? Now it's good. The Frame Meister! Fuck this shit, bitches, okay? It's just, I don't really see what the big thing to be excited about. Like, the Switch Lite's coming out this week in the Sega Genesis Mini. And it's just like... So, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's just like, it's a weird week. And everybody wants to flip out about this. You know, if the things that were wrong with the Sega Genesis Mini, you know, were wrong with a lot of these other, you know, consoles, people would be a lot more pissed. Like the sound timing being off. Like I watched a video where like you would jump on an enemy in like Castle of Illusion, and like the sound effect is like half a second off. Okay, like I don't remember that shit in this Super Nintendo Classic. It may have been in there, but I don't remember that. And people would have fucking lost their fucking minds. But no, it's Sega, so it's cool. I know I'm not the only one that feels this way. And I feel like $80 is a little intense for this, okay? I get it, it's M2 that did this. They're good at emulation, but $80, motherfuckers, it's a little extreme. Yeah, I was at GameStop the other day, actually, because I can't remember why I was in there. What was I in there for? Oh, yeah. Because my wife was in the dollar store. I didn't want to be in the fucking dollar store, so I went and got into GameStop. It's the lesser of two evils. And I was talking to this guy about it, and he's like, well, I'm only going to get 5 of them if you want to pre-order. I'm like, I don't know if I even want it, bro. And he's like, yeah, it pretty much seems to be the sentiment of a lot of people. And I'm like, I don't get it. You know what I mean? $80 for the same games we've played a million times. And you might say to yourself, but yeah, that's just the way the emulation is. We've all played these games for years at this point. But it's just like, there's just, you know, there's not a lot of surprises here. It's a mini Genesis that has Sonic and Sonic 2 on it, okay? Streets of Rage, games we played a million bazillion fucking times and a million other collections. And there's one thing you could say, I guess, that Sega has been very generous with the games in their collections over the years. It was always been 40 to 50 games in their collections, which has always been a lot more than what Nintendo ever offers on anything. And that's good. So we've been, I guess, spoiled in a way. But just putting 40 games on here that we've mostly already played a million fucking times over, it's just, I don't know. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth. What do you guys think? Are you excited for this thing? Let me know. Silent Rob out, bitches.